It's a big day over at our friend K102.
We have Pelissero today, right?
Oh, we do?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a big day for us too, right?
Yeah. Huge day.
Huge day.
It's been a big bell banquet.
It has.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. But right now, our friend Pat Knight, the man, the myth, the legend.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Pat.
Great. Morning, Pat.
What's going on at K102? Tell me about this big thing you guys got going on. It's that time of year, isn't it?
It is that time of year. It's the best 2 days that we have. It's the St. Jude Radiothon, K102. Always, thank you, Ben. It's always a treat for us to give back to these kids. And, we're looking for, over 2 days, we were asking the community to come together, become a partner in hope, which means you just donate $19 on your credit card by calling 1-800-303-1135. Again, that number 1-800-303-1135. And we're just trying to raise as much money as we can, even though we send it to St. Jude in Memphis, where we're trying to help cure cancer in all these kids. But the biggest thing is that money goes that no parent gets, a hospital bill. They don't have to worry about, flights down there, where they're going to stay, how they're going to eat. Do they have rent payments that they have back home or mortgage payments that they have to worry about if they're down there in Memphis taking care of their kids? And that's what all this money goes to. So becoming a partner in hope is what we try to do over 2 days to run up the tally as much as we can. And the cool thing is that it doesn't just stay there. Like that information doesn't just stay at the hospital in Memphis. They share it with every hospital. So all the ones here in our backyard, they get information that they find. They're literally the only business that I think I know of that wants to put themselves out of business. And that means that they cured childhood cancer. So that is why we do it. We love doing this. It's 2 days. It's just asking people, tax deductible, by the way, to become a partner in hope, $19 a month on your credit card, 1-800-303-1135.
That's right.
Yeah, let me just jump in here, and I've said this many times, and Pat, you already know this, and a lot of other viewers or listeners know this. So my family was directly affected by the generosity of St. Jude and everybody around the world to help out. My nephew was treated there. Unfortunately, he succumbed to the brain cancer. But the care that they got, my brother and his wife, is unremarkable. It's ridiculous the amount of support that you get. Everything that Pat was talking about, not a hospital bill. I mean, you think about the treatments and the surgeries and all of the stuff, the hospital stay. They didn't get one bill, not one single bill. They got a grocery card per week to get groceries. They had a 2-bedroom apartment on campus they got to stay in. My brother was still holding down a job. He was still traveling back and forth between Louisville, Kentucky, and Memphis, Tennessee to make ends meet. And they didn't have to worry about hospital bills, grocery bills, a gas bill. They got a gas card to drive back and forth for transportation. And they still, to this day, are friends with the nurses and the doctors at that hospital because they're so great and so caring and so compassionate. And they carry the legacy back in Louisville, and even some of the I think even some of the nurses have kind of walked in there in that 5K that they do in Louisville. So anyway, the point is, it's not just words. It really matters. I mean, they are really doing all the things that they talk about, and we saw it firsthand. And like Pat was saying, every hospital around the world, they are a research hospital. So yes, the things that they do there are cutting edge. And so if things work, and even if they don't work, they share those things across the board. So Children's Masonic, they're probably on the phone with them every day with doctors down there. Hey, we've got a special case here. You guys had this case down there. What did you guys do? What worked? What didn't work? So even kids in Minnesota can get the direct benefits of your dollars that are generated that go down to St. Jude. So we're all trying to fight this together.
How wonderful. And again, not just that you're hearing all that, and that is plenty of reason to become a partner in hope, which, by the way, is so easy. And you do it and you just forget about it every year. You just, every now and again, I look at my credit card bill and I'm like, oh yeah, good. And you feel a little good about it. But not just that, there's also incentives like this one, which is available right now if you will become a partner in hope.
Absolutely. As a way to say thank you, every hour we're putting together these things that if you become a partner in hope, again, that $19 a month on your credit card by calling 1-800-303-1135. We have so many partners that want to say thank you and jump in and help us run this tally up. as high as we can go. And right now, what we're doing is that if you become a partner in hope by calling, you're in the running to get 4 tickets to see the Packers come here and play our Minnesota Vikings. So it's kind of a cool way of getting in the building, being in the lottery, having a chance to win that 4-pack of tickets to see the game. Whether you live across the river and you're coming to see your team and you're listening right now, or if you're right here in the metro and you still want to see the Vikings maybe knock the Packers out of some sort of seeding. But the ultimate thing is that you're going to become a partner in hope, and you're going to see that on your credit card statement like you're talking about, Hawk. You're going to feel good every month when you see it. You're like, all right, I'm making a difference. And you get this cool Music Saves t-shirt. You're going to get your Music Saves sweatshirt, which is really sweet this year. It's a cool hoodie, kind of got a retro look. And all you got to do is just call right now, become a partner in hope. Again, it's $19 on your credit card. It's 1-800-303-1135, 1-800-303-1135. If you follow K102 on Instagram, it's at K102. We have a whole bunch of stuff. This is the last day of the Radiothon that we're doing it. Yesterday was our first, and we have all sorts of things that are going to come up today, every hour, just as a way to say thank you for those that become a partner in hope every hour. If you're a wrestling fan, follow us on K102. We have a cool thing from our friend Jelly Roll that he donated. That's coming up. And then if you want to go across the pond to London, we have a very cool opportunity coming up, too, to see a huge concert over there. But, yeah, all these things. You mean, Hawk, these country artists, they know not only what K102 means, but more importantly, what St. Jude means. And they know the Radiothon that we are lucky enough to do here at K102 just generates so much income for the hospital, like Ben was saying. I mean, it's telling when parents go through that ultimate loss and you're like, well, man, how would you even do that? But they have like a lifetime relationship with the hospital. Even though their child is gone, they're still supporting it because of what they did to make that time as easy as possible for those parents, for the family, for the siblings, whether, again, like Ben said, it's taking care of traveling back and forth because, a lot of these parents, there's a mom or a dad that stays with the child at the hospital, and the other parent or guardian is back with the other kids because they're living their lives wherever they are. Yeah. And, and on the weekends, they all come in so they can be a family, and there's no grocery bill. There's no travel bill. And
that's just wonderful.
It's just, these partners in hope help run up the cost so they get that extra time with whatever child they have in the family that's unfortunately at the hospital. They just don't have to worry about anything, and they get that limited time that they have left just to be a family, to make as many memories as you possibly can. And that's all thanks to these Partners in Hope donations. Again, it's just $19 on a credit card, and it's 1-800-303-1135. And right now, if you become a Partner in Hope, you're in that running to get those 4 tickets to see the Packers and the Vikings game coming up in January.
You're the best ever, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll mention it a few more times. And if I've learned anything in this life, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It's the truth. The more you give, the more you get. So give away. Become a Partner in Hope. 1-800-303-1135. Thank you. See you, buddy.
Guys.
See ya.
There you go. Get those tickets. Get that. That's a cool day, man. Wow. I knew about the free medical care and the place to stay. I didn't know about the gas cards and stuff like that. That's just, wow. Well, you got so much, so many things to worry about and so many things going on. To take that worry away, what a wonderful thing. Jeez Louise. So let's do it.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Thank you, Builders and Remodelers.
Week 15 of the NFL season starts tonight with the 7-6 Bucks hosting the 4-9 Falcons. Tampa is a 4.5-point favorite.
It's a hell of a game.
The Bucks need everything that they can get. The Panthers are on their ass right now.
They are, man.
And the Tampa looks terrible.
Yeah,
suddenly they
lost to the Saints.
They've lost 5 of their last 7.
Is dude just way too hurt to be playing? Is that the case?
I think they're all hurt. That team is just banged up right now, and they have been all season.
Well, they might get Mike Evans back, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to come off IR from his broken collarbone.
Well, their rookie wide receiver kind of fell off the face of the earth as well.
Yeah.
He looked like a lock for offensive rookie of the year at the beginning of the year, and now he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth.
How's Kirk O'Chain's playing?
Not good.
Not good.
I haven't even heard a word about him.
No. He turns the ball over a lot.
Yeah.
What? That's a new development.
The Vikings battle the Cowboys on Sunday at 7:20, pregame at 5. The Cowboys are 5.5-point favorites. Christian Darrisaw and TJ Hawkinson did not practice yesterday. TJ with a shin injury and Darrisaw with the knee injury. They also had a lot of people that were limited, some for just a rest day, but others for actual injury.
One guy on the Cowboys roster that we need to pay attention to is Tyler Guyton, their left tackle. He sat out last game, I think, with a hammy. So monitor that situation because the guy that they had in behind him that started against the Lions, awful.
Just
cheeks. I mean, he is 100% the weak link, the fish on that offensive line. And Terrence Steele, their right tackle, didn't play much better. So if there's a vulnerability on that offense, even though it's quote unquote high powered and they score a lot of points and they get a lot of yards, those two tackles are terrible. But Guyton's really good. So if he plays, kind of changes the whole dynamic.
He didn't practice yesterday.
Well,
There you go. Hey, listen, when we come back, we'll have .com Tom Pelissero. Thanks to our friends at Bell Bank. Continue talking NFL talk, not just Vikings, but all NFL talk. With Ben Lieber to Cast Thousands on The Fan.
The Fan.
Oops, it's the holiday season, and Bell Bank is giving one KFAN listener each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Just head over to KFAN.com, make the keyword contest, learn more, and enter today. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest.
Hogs Daddy, pregame is at 5:30, so you and I will be on at 6:15.
Oh, good.
Yeah, give you a little more time.
Yeah, no, should be plenty of time. I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. Sunday Night Football is great.
It certainly is. NFL football.
Love y'all.
Bye,
Love you.
Maxo.
bye, Maxo.
Hey, there's Tom.
Yes, Sunday Night Football is great when you don't have to travel back after that thing.
Oh, yeah. When do you think you'll get
Hideous.
back? 6?
Yeah.
6 in the morning?
Yeah.
No, there's no time change. So no, we'll probably get back at
Oh, that's a good point.
2?
2? I bet 2. Yeah, probably 2.
Yeah.
I
Probably
wonder if
2.
Tom Pelissero will be joining you.
He could just
In the
jump.
big
He could
D.
just jump on the plane. I bet you we have enough of a travel party that he could sneak on.
You have to sit on Jared's lap.
They'd let him on.
Yeah, they'd let him on.
Yeah.
Would you like to go to Dallas with Ben on Sunday, Tom Pelissero? Thanks to our friends at Bell Bank.
I think I'm good. Yeah, that 2 a.m. arrival doesn't sound fantastic. Am I off center? I was just trying to make sure I'm in the shot here, Ben. I like that you've adopted my my stocking cap look.
Yeah.
You're really
Yeah,
out of the hair. But,
I've gotten. I don't know. The older I get, the colder I get,
Yeah.
and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I was sitting here just fine, and then about 20 minutes ago, I'm like, I'm cold. I don't want to put my big heavy jacket on, so I just want a stocking cap on. So
Yeah.
there's that.
It's very cold, and it's going to get worse. I'm just going to tell you that right now, Ben.
I
Most
know.
of the
Well,
time.
that is the benefit. Tom, when are you heading down to Dallas? Are you not covering?
I will not be in Dallas. We don't do a ton of the Sunday night games. Back in the day when you'd be standing in a completely empty stadium on the morning show 11 hours before kickoff, there was something to be said for that. Go back, get a workout in, come back to the stadium several hours later. We don't really do that a whole lot anymore. So I will be watching on the couch with everybody else.
Well, lucky.
Yeah, good for you.
That's good.
I was just going to make the point, the fact that at least we're going to jump on the plane on Saturday when it's going to be minus 1,000 here.
Yeah.
And then we can actually go down to the south and get a little bit of warmth, but you're going to be cozied up with your
this weekend.
-2 for a
I'm
high.
not even aware of that.
Yeah.
I don't leave the house a whole lot these days.
Yeah, -2 for a high. So if you've got one of those like weighted blankets, I'd use one of those for Sunday.
The
You know what's
high.
a great combination is the extremely heavy snow that falls, and then it gets really cold, and so you end up with like the ice luge at the bottom of your driveway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Best.
I tried breaking it up last night, gave it about 5 good hacks with the shovel, and was like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
looks
going
like
back
that's stay
in.
until
Yeah.
summertime.
I'm going to hurt myself before I hurt this ice block.
Yeah. We don't want that.
The high for Sunday in Dallas, have you looked?
70.
44.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's better
it's
than
better than-
minus 15
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So,
And it's warm
better.
inside that big old building, too.
Yeah.
When they had the Super Bowl in Dallas, it was freezing that week, and they got like freezing rain and traffic ground to a halt, which was not ideal.
No.
No. So anyway, there you go. We've been told by one Ben Lieber that the defense for Dallas is not so great. So we're hoping for another big week from our quarterback. But talk to me before we put it in the rearview mirror for good. Talk to me about what you saw out of our team last week. How did that turnaround happen, in your opinion?
Well, Washington's a struggling football team. You start there, and I'm not taking credit away from the Vikings, but that's been the story of the Commanders' season. I mean, Jaden Daniels had missed several games after dislocating his left elbow. He comes back, and like, of all worst case scenarios, him throwing an interception and then getting absolutely upended Looney Tunes style and landing directly on his left elbow was like the worst thing that could happen. He's not going to play this week. It's nothing long term, but he aggravated that injury again. And then, they lose Zach Ertz. And Zach's a great guy. And I mean, that was a horrific looking injury, unfortunate situation. They came into the year coming off an NFC Championship game appearance, and they doubled down on signing a bunch of older players and trading for Tunsil and Deebo Samuel and signing Von Miller. And a lot of times what happens when you have older teams is guys break down, guys fall off the cliff in certain cases, and you end up right in the spot that Washington is. The fact that you had two teams that won as many games as Washington and Minnesota did play in essentially a relevant game in December is just kind of staggering. It speaks to where the league is, but this is kind of the vision of what the Vikings thought that they could do. Not Justin Jefferson having one catch in that game, but in terms of controlling the ball, in terms of giving JJ McCarthy some easy throws, letting him find his rhythm early in games. I keep coming back to it, guys. I feel like every week we're on this JJ roller coaster, and if it's a loss, he probably played really bad in it, and if it's a win, you're like, it's pretty good. He's still 7 starts into this thing, I believe now. You look around at the other quarterbacks within the league. I mean, think about some of the young quarterbacks and where they stand right now. Bo Nix, I don't think he's played like off the charts football, but he's on a Broncos team that's got a shot at the number 1 seed. Bryce Young, who everyone was ready to write off after his first season, and why didn't they take C.J. Stroud? Bryce Young's in a position to win a division, and you've seen him. When he's been good, he's been really good. When he's not been good, it's been a little bit ugly at times. That's kind of the nature of this thing, and so you continue to ride it out. The Vikings have an infinitesimal chance of making the playoffs at this point, but what you're wanting to see down the stretch here is the growth, and you're wanting to see, okay, just go out there. Last week the message to JJ was go out and play. He did that, and he made some plays. And as much as his follow through on that first touchdown pass looks like Jeff Reardon, 1987, and he's kicking that leg
Brilliant
through.
reference.
It's weird to look at, but the mechanical stuff from that game, and let's see now what he does against the Dallas defense that has played a lot better as they've gotten some guys back. The Quinn and Williams trade, Clowney's come on. Let's see how they play and how they function on the road here.
Tom Pelissero, thanks to our friends at Bell Bank.
I was just on the phone.
Somebody called on the hotline.
That was a great cutaway.
Yeah.
Let's see what Hawk's got to say. 1-900 something over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely 900 number.
Oh, it's definitely.
Hey Tom, real quick, are your mic settings? Are you coming from your earbuds or your computer? We're getting some complaints about.
Can you not hear me? I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Way better than that one.
I'll move it closer to my face. I'll bring my snowball closer to my face here.
Well, listen, Tom.
So if the microphone's called, it's not a Clerk's reference.
You're a Bell Bank champion, Tom, as you well know, and they bring you onto the show for us. Also a Bell Bank champion and somebody who you share a lot of commonality with. Somebody who's on the hotline with us right now is a guy by the name of Josh Duhamel. Tom Pelissero, Josh Duhamel. Josh and I were just talking about the Vikings and how topsy-turvy the NFL has been this year. But welcome to the show, Josh. How you been, man? It's good to hear you.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. You guys don't invite me very often anymore.
I pretty much invite you every week. In fact, I'm going to guess you're going to delete my number at some point. But how are things down in lovely New Mexico?
I'm happy to be here.
We're glad to have you. How are things in lovely New Mexico right now?
It's been great, man. I love working here. We got a lot more snow than you'd expect in New Mexico this time of the year.
Really? I never thought it did.
Yeah.
I guess. Wow. Yeah. But
I'm looking. Yeah. We're so high up. I didn't know. I thought it was desert.
Yeah.
But it's high desert, which means they get a lot of snow, which I didn't know until I got here.
Well, we're having you on because just like with me, yesterday was the release of your beer with our friends at Drekker and Bell Bank. I said, supporting charity, every beer that is sold during December, every one of yours, every one of mine from our friends at Drekker and Fargo goes to charity. And what is your beer? And have you had it yet? Have you drank 10, 20, 30 of them? Have you had a huge party with them yet?
I have not tried it yet. I'm coming back for Christmas, so I will definitely go taste it. All the proceeds go to Boys and Girls Club of Detroit Lakes and Fargo. So, you get a little buzz and you get to give back to the kids. It's perfect.
That's great. And the last time we were at Drekker together, you were singing with my band and we were partying together. It was just huge.
I know. I have very fond memories of Drekker, that's for sure. That was one of the best nights of my life.
So while we've got Tom Pelissero here on, do you want to give him your opinion on what happened with Carson Wentz, your guy, your quarterback that you thought was going to take us to the Super Bowl? Do you want to know an update, or do you want to break it down for him?
Well, I texted with him because I hadn't heard what happened, and he had surgery by Dr. Neil Elitrage, which I've had about 7 surgeries from him. It should be where, after your 8th, you get a free one, like Subway. But no, he's doing fine. I feel bad for the guy. It just feels like he's got such bad luck in this league. He's such a good quarterback. He gets dogged on a lot. I was hoping he was going to come in and crush it for the Vikings, which he did. I thought he played really well. It's one of those things where one week they look good, the next week, they can't protect him, and he tore up his shoulder, and that was it. So I don't know if he's going to be back. I love to see him in that Vikings uniform, but it's the way the league is this year. You just never know from week to week who's going to play well and who's not. My pool that I'm in, I think I'm in last place because I could not pick a game this year. Because one week the Vikings looked like they could beat anybody, and the next week, they could beat 27-0.
Yeah.
So Tom, tell me, what do you think?
I mean, that's what we were just talking about, Josh. It's the good has been pretty good, especially with JJ in the lineup. The bad has looked really bad at times. Bringing up Carson, and you talk about it, Josh, like the number of different things that he's had done. I think back, and this involves the Vikings too. Carson Wentz, think about the connections here. Carson Wentz was so good in his rookie preseason in 2016 that it made Sam Bradford available, that when Teddy Bridgewater blows out his knee, they trade Sam Bradford away. Wentz is so good in his second season, he's the MVP favorite until he's playing a game at the Coliseum and a weird play at the goal line where he ends up tearing his ACL. And that was the first of the many surgeries I think that Dr. Elitrage did for him. He's always had those moments where you understand why this guy was the number 2 overall pick and an MVP candidate. There have been times where he puts the ball in harm's way. That's kind of been the story of his career. But I know this, Josh, and you've talked to him more recently. You could give us an update on this, but it sounded when he was going into surgery like he still wants to play. He wants to get in the right situation. He's not done yet, despite, the last time we saw him on the field, he was in a ton of pain. He'd still like to get back if it's the right spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's such a tough player, too. He's a true football player, and that puts him in danger a lot. I don't think you can ever teach that out of somebody. I think Baker Mayfield kind of has the same thing. They put their body on the line, and, sometimes they pay the price for it. But I hope the best for the guy. He's a great human. He's a excellent quarterback. I loved seeing him in that Vikings uniform. I thought that's where he wanted to play. That's where he grew up watching. So, at the end of the day, I hope the Vikings can figure this out. I'm hoping the best for JJ. I know that it takes a while for these young quarterbacks to find their way. You look at Bryce Young. You look at any of these young guys. Look at even Drake May. These guys. It takes a couple of years, and this is literally his kind of his rookie year. So he showed signs of really having the ability to be a really good quarterback, and I'm hoping, like the rest of the Vikings fans out there, that he is that.
Josh, are you able to watch? I know you got a busy schedule. Are you able to watch the Vikings in real time, or do you have to sort of record it and watch it later?
No, I watch it. I watch it as it's happening. I went to the Bears game a few weeks ago where they almost came back and won it. They didn't deserve to win that game, but they still almost came back and won it, which is unbelievable to me. And then gave up that long kick return to lose it in the end. But that's been kind of their story, and not just the Vikings. I mean, this is happening around the league. You just cannot. It's hard to predict which team's going to show up which week. And I think that's why we love the NFL, because you can never really tell who's going to emerge. I think this year, I mean, you look at the AFC with the Patriots, who were in the cellar last year and the year before, are now, I think they're the number one seed, aren't they?
They will. They could.
Or the Broncos. The Broncos.
Too. Yeah.
Broncos another one. I mean, the Broncos 2 years ago were in the bottom. So I think that's what makes the NFL so great. The parity is your team has always got a shot. This year doesn't look like it's our year, but it can turn around quickly.
The fact that we're going into week 15 and no team has clinched a playoff spot, I don't ever remember that before. There's no dominant team. So this year, above all others, it's like who's the favorite in the AFC or the NFC? Like I cover it as closely as anybody. I have no idea. That's the fun.
Yeah.
Just about everybody's still alive in this. There's still paths for some teams to get in. It's going to be a frantic final month there.
I think we got a 1% shot. Is that true?
It's around there.
Yeah.
Might be a 0 or 2 in there, but it's somewhere.
We got
telling me there's
sub
a
1%.
There's a chance.
I read you.
Yeah. All right, guys, I got to go. Love you all, and
Ben Weaver on his way
go
out.
Vikes.
There you go. Thanks, Ben.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
You
Take
got
care.
You
Love
got it.
you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Josh. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There he goes. The great Josh Duhamel. You guys have so much in common, Tom, and I thought having you guys on at the same time. You're both Bell Bank
Similar
champions.
physique.
Yeah,
Yep.
same height.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Similar cash.
Yeah, exactly. And Drekker, again, has his Rough Cut beer, and it's for sale through December. And $2 from everyone sold goes to the Detroit Lakes Boys and Girls Club. So thank you, Josh
How do I
Duhamel.
get it, Hawk? If I'm in a different part of the country right now, how do I get Drekker beer?
You're gonna have to go to Fargo, or you're gonna have to send somebody to Fargo to get it. Or some
Marnie
people
will
in
get it
Bell Bank.
for
Yeah,
you.
Marnie brought a bunch of it back. It was like Prohibition, and she was like Al Capone yesterday, getting back from Fargo with
Well,
all
she
the
drank
beer.
We don't have like the secret, like the Prohibition era trucks, where like all of a sudden a guy will show up,
That
come
could
in the
be.
back door, and
Right, yep.
bring me a few cases.
Yep, I think we
Is
can
that
probably
possible?
work that out with
Do
our
we
friends
not?
at
Should we
Bell
not be talking about that plan on the air?
Probably
It's an
not.
Off air,
Probably not.
Off air plan.
Yeah, so that's the Rough Cut is Josh Duhamel's. Mine is called Mike Check. Grab some and support our charities. Mine's for Reach Foundation, the Reach program out of Hutchinson High School and such. So as we have .com on again, thanks to our friends at Bell Bank and for all of that stuff. And we'll get you the information about what charity was nominated this week and who's getting the money. But just taking a look around the rest of the NFL, as we were just talking about, obviously what we have going on just in the NFC North is incredible. Who's the best team in the NFC North right now, in your opinion?
I mean, you have to give it to the Packers right now. They just beat the Bears. Chicago, I can't say enough about Ben Johnson and the job that he's done. In terms of flipping the winning culture, in the big moments, they're not blowing people out, right? There's a long way they got to go from a personnel perspective and getting the right people for their schemes. But you watch them in those late game situations, 2-minute situations, they're so dialed in. That's a credit to coaching. And if Caleb Williams continues to make strides, just can become more efficient, they're going to get better and better. But you look at Green Bay, I mean, 4 weeks ago, we were on this show talking about, is Matt LaFleur coach for his job and what's going to happen. And I kind of brushed it off because Matt LaFleur has been one of the most successful coaches in the NFL since he got in 2019. I mean, historic levels of win percentage in his early years in that job. They went through a rough stretch in the Carolina game and the Philly game. But that was also, they lost Tucker Kraft, who was their best player, other than maybe Josh Jacobs on that offense. They lose him in the Carolina game. They didn't have Jaden Reed at that point. Christian Watson was just getting back. They had all these moving parts. Well, all of a sudden now, you're not getting Tucker Kraft back, but Jaden Reed has returned. Christian Watson looks like a top 20, maybe top 10 receiver in the NFL when he's healthy right now. Josh Jacobs is still banged up, but he's finding a way to play every week. You're seeing Jordan Love getting better and better. And that defense, as long as the defense keeps playing that way, they're going to have a shot regardless of what the offense is doing. You can never count out the Lions. They are once again one of the most snake bit by injury teams in the entire NFL. I mean, look at their secondary. They just lost Terrion Arnold for the rest of the season because he's finally having the shoulder surgery. They just lost Brian Branch to a torn Achilles, which is one of the most versatile pieces on the back end. I mean, they got spare parts, at certain spots right now, but they're very well coached. They're going to be in it. I'd have to say the Packers, who are right now on top of the standings, that's the team to beat. But all three of those teams, for different reasons, are teams that would, are going to scare you a little bit if you end up seeing them in January.
I think one of the big knocks when Thursday Night Football first started is some of the games were terrible. Yeah. Next Thursday as of now, is the 10-3 Los Angeles Rams against the 10-3 Seattle Seahawks. Wow. What a game to have on a Thursday Night Football. Both those teams are stacked.
100%. And the Rams bounced back. We had Gronk on the Insiders last night, and he was talking about, the Rams, like that lost the Panthers. They were just kind of feeling themselves a little too much. I think that it's a real thing that happens through the course of the season. Not that you're, playing down to the opponent, you're not taking it seriously, but 17 games, man, it's a long season to get up emotionally for every single game. Carolina, that was a huge moment for them, a huge win for them at home. But then the Rams come back, and despite Sean McVay, dealing with a pretty serious illness before the game, they came out ready to roll, and they blasted a Cardinals team that just is, they're gutted by injuries on offense right now. The Seahawks are the team that, maybe above any other, would worry me in the NFC right now, just because Mike McDonald, too many Mike M's, have got them so dialed in right now from a defensive perspective. They're as tough as anybody. And then offensively, when we've seen them rolling, I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba emerged as a superstar.
Unreal.
The running game's been a little bit bumpier than they want, but they should get better and better. They got an interesting task this week against what's probably going to be Phillip Rivers starting a quarterback at 44 years old after spending 5 years back in Alabama. That's who they're going to be going up against on Sunday. Colts should get a little bit of a bounce from that, a little juice. We'll see what happens the first time that Phillip got hit. There's a little bit more of Phillip to hit. Going in there, I mean, that's as tough of a matchup in a venue to come back from 5 years of coaching high school football as you're going to get.
Unreal.
What's wrong with the Eagles, and is anybody there in trouble?
I don't think that it's trouble in the way that we think of, Nick Sirianni's not getting fired. They've got to figure out the offense, and there's just so many things happening. You look at that game, there's moments where you see, they run a good variation off the tush push and toss play to Saquon. It's a long touchdown. You see those moments, but then you see other things. Brian Baldinger, who, is a long-time, Philly guy and spends a lot of time in NFL films, knows that team inside and out. He looked at that last interception by Jalen Hurts, and he said on our show, he's like, I don't know. That's not a throw that you see Jalen Hurts make. That's not a play that they run. They've just struggled to find their identity the entire season. And it's hard, whether it's, the games where A.J. Brown's dropping the ball, whether it's, games where they get away from Saquon Barkley. It's week 15, man. You should know who you are. The Eagles offensively are still trying to figure that part out. There have been times where the defense has not been as good as you would think that they would be either. There's a lot of things going on, but here's the reality. Unless the Eagles completely crash out and the Cowboys beat the Vikings and roar through the rest of this, the Eagles are still going to get in the playoffs. Yeah. And there's still a team that's got a lot of the same parts last year that blasted the doors off the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I still don't want to see the Eagles in the postseason, but they're not as scary as the Eagles team that we've seen in recent years.
That is .com Tom Pelissero. There he is of the NFL Network, and brought to you by our friends at Bell Bank. Tom, thank you so much for your time. I'll do the read on the way out, but I again want to say thank you to Bell Bank for making Tom available to us every Thursday. Thank you, Tom.
See you, fellas.
There he goes, Tom Pelissero. This week's organization nominated by Leah Junkie is the Minnesota Ovarian Cancer Alliance, mnovarian.org. Formed in 1999 by a group of ovarian cancer survivors, the Minnesota Ovarian Cancer Alliance, MOCA, supports those impacted by ovarian cancer, funds research, educates the public and healthcare community, and raises awareness. They're going to get $1,000 thanks to the Pay It Forward program from our friends at Bell Bank and their friend Leah, the Minnesota Ovarian Cancer Alliance. If you want to nominate your charity, go to KFAN.com, put in the keyword Bell and fill out all the information, your charity could get $1,000 paid forward from our friends at Bell Bank. Thank you, Bell Bank, and thank you, Tom Pelissero. It is.
That's awesome.
So Josh Duhamel, Ben Lieber, and Tom Pelissero. It was almost too sexy.
Yeah, how about that?
It was unbelievable. Yeah. I knew that Josh might call in. I didn't know what time today he might be calling in. He kept his word and called right in from the set of Ransom Canyon. This television show he's filming season 2 of.
Oh, really?
For Netflix, yeah.
When I saw the hotline ring, I'm like, who's calling? And then did you hear Tom Pelissero goes, we panned to Hawk and he's on the phone?
No, I did not. No, that's funny.
It was kind of funny, yeah.
I was talking to my buddy.
Yeah, he's a great dude, man.
He really is a good guy.
Super nice guy. You were at his wedding.
I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's the most famous thing that's ever happened to me. He hadn't put me in his movie or his TV show yet, though.
No.
I almost brought it up again, but I do it every time I talk to him.
Well, if they ever redo Las Vegas, you could be in a guy in the background playing slots.
Maybe even by accident.
Yeah.
I'm just an extra.
You're just there.
You're like, cut. There's a homeless guy walking by in the background again.
Why is he just power bombing the machine? Quit asking for money.
Look at him cursing that machine.
Yeah.
Look at him. By the way, Partner in Hope still going on. 1-800-303-1135 for our friends out at K102 and St. Jude. 1-800-303-1135. Please call and become a Partner in Hope for their St. Jude Radio-thon.
That's a great, wonderful thing that they do. Wonderful.
Certainly is. You want to hear something crazy?
Of course.
As we get away from football for a moment. So, this time of year is when you should be watching Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, yeah. And you have to, as you always say, you got to watch it on TV.
You have to.
You got to watch it with the commercials.
You need commercials in there. That's exactly right. Well, there's been a documentary made with some really fun things. You're going to hear right now a little snippet of the little boy grown up who played Charlie Brown, followed by the little boy grown up who played Linus, followed by the little girl grown up who played Lucy, talking about doing the voice acting for the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
I was about 7 years old and
Charlie
I didn't
Brown.
really know how to read that well, and you would feed me the lines and I would do it word for word. And you have a little Latino flavor to you.
And
so
he
Charlie
imitated
Brown-
even that. I said, we're back.
We're back.
I remember when I went into audition, I was 7 years old, but even at 7, I did still suck my thumb, and I did have a blanket, and I did use that. And both Bill and Lee both said, well, that's Linus.
I was picked as Lucy because I was told I had a crabby voice. I'm not really sure if I liked that or not.
No. Listen, all of you. You've got to take direction. You've got to have discipline. You've got to have respect for your director.
And here's Lee Mendelsohn, one of the producers, talking about CBS, the network, actually did not like the show, but they didn't receive the finished version until a week from air date. So it was too late for them to cancel it. So they had to run it.
The two network executives who looked at it really didn't like the show. They thought it was too slow. They thought that the music didn't work. They thought the animation was too simple. And I really believe if it hadn't been scheduled for the following week, there's no way they were going to broadcast that show.
How about that?
Wow. So when did that come out?
69, I think, or maybe even before that. Let me look.
I could see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't know like that was a good thing, like
And
if
now
you
it's
watch
a
it for the
classic,
first time,
yeah.
it is slow. The audio is kind of weird,
choppy, yeah.
And but yeah,
65.
Wow.
Yeah, man. God, what a show.
It's so good.
They're
all good. The
yeah.
Halloween one's good. Yeah, they're all
Lights,
good.
please.
Oh, so good.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I love how the adults talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's kind of like going to Abbott's office.
I don't even go in there anymore.
Yeah, why would you?
I know.
Louie and I watched Frosty the other day.
When you were thrown up?
No, that was last week. No, we didn't watch anything yesterday. It's so good. Frosty's good. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's good. Man, they treat Rudolph horribly.
Just horrible.
Just
terrible.
This
is man work,
His
too.
dad hates him.
Everybody hates him.
Get out of here with that freak nose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, bunch of freaks.
And then Santa needs him, and
yeah. Santa's not real nice to him either.
No, Santa hates him.
I know.
Santa calls him a freak.
Get him the hell out of here.
Yeah, Santa hates him, and then they need him,
Yep.
and then
And I guess that's the lesson.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a purpose, right?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
The Land of Misfit Toys is great. Yukon Cornelius is outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so good.
So good.
Bumbles Bounce, baby.
Bumbles is the whole bit's great. The whole bit's great.
I have the original audio of the Bumble Bounce scene.
You do?
Oh.
Oh, that poor guy.
How you feeling? You still good?
I feel great. Yeah.
I'm glad you were feeling better and able to come in today.
Yeah. I love this show. I love every second of it. I never want to take it for granted. So
you don't.
I love it. I'm glad that we could do this together. That was fun.
Yeah.
You're gone tomorrow.
I'm gone tomorrow on my way to Michigan, man.
Sweet. Where can we watch you?
Flow Racing. And, of course, that is FLO, Flow Racing, and that'll be the entire racing weekend on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Broadcast the entire thing, yeah. That's right. And then we'll be on Fox Sports as well, a 1 hour recap. So that'll be cool. FS1, that'll be good. So that's happening. Thanks to Bell Bank for Tom Pelissero and for Josh Duhamel calling in today. And get to Drekker if you're in the Fargo area and buy some of the Rough Cut or my mic check to support our charities. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's sweet, dude.
Yeah. And thanks, Ben, and thanks, Fargo Flash, and thank you, Sauce, and thank you, Zacho.
Yeah, thank you, man. That was great.
God bless us, everyone. I never thought it was a bad little treat.
Oh, it's so good.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah,
Love you guys. Bye. Have a good day. Paul Allen's next.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abba Dabba. Love you. Merry Christmas, baby.